Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching this first review of the Honda E from Honda. First of all, like that, if that's how they mean to go on, we're in a good place. That's how you access your charging around the front of the car. It's got a bit of a face. It's got these two really retro looking but also futuristic headlights. This car is designed basically what Honda imagined cars would be like in 2030, but they're using all the technology they have available today to make it. When you look at it straight on, you go, it's got no ears. Mirrors, really small and sleek in here. They're actually cameras on the inside. Wait till you see them in a few minutes. So when you look on it straight on, it is unusual. It's like the car is missing something. Door handles pop out like that. A little bit futuristic looking. Not quite Tesla-like. Don't mind that, that's the hand sanitizer, say the car is clean. I love the way the black on the roof slopes into the car, so it's really clean looking. Like it is boxy and futuristic and just like it's such an unusual looking car. Spoiler here around the back, which isn't too big. The lights, of course, are LED. Love the way they flash. Again, it's kind of squatted and low. Almost a hidden boot handle here. The boot, not massive. You know, you get one kind of weekend suitcase in there for context. Cable storage goes under here. There's a couple of hooks and stuff for keeping you sorted. As soon as you sit in here, everything just looks futuristic. There's screens everywhere. You can turn your location of the vehicle on so people can see exactly where you are if you want to do that. There's a home button here that just brings everything up straight away. Sat nav, everything like that is really, really quick. There's no lag that I've been able to see at all in this system. Over here, this is a screen for your passenger. There's so many different apps, Wi-Fi hotspot, DAB, your menu for setting up when you want to charge the car, how often, do you want it to be warm when you get in. Everything you touch feels really, really good, quality, Honda-esque. This is nearly like an armrest that you'd have in an actual armrest sitting room environment. That's the vibe they're going for in the car. And these screens that we'll discuss a little bit later on, these are just, they just change how you look in your surroundings in a car. It's quite incredible, actually. The rear space is a little bit tight, especially if these front two seats are back. Leg room's going to be compromised, but if it's for smaller people, smaller kids who are not fully grown, no problem. This could be the second car in the house, there's no doubt about it. It'll do that job so easily. But also if you need a city car, down here there's even a plug. They've even included a plug. 2 USBs, there's 12 volts, there's HDMIs, you've got plenty of storage here with little dividers that pop out so you can decide what size things are that need to fit in there. You just get into this car and you go, wow, this is the future, lads. You get this kind of whoosh noise. It just gives you an extension really for the driver. You don't have to have a passenger in the car to be able to use this, but it just gives you more information. Charging stations. Brings up the nearest ones to you. All the stuff you're ever going to want in a hurry if you're panicking going, I need to charge. I get the sense in this car that they nearly said, right lads, we're not going to be first with an EV, but we're going to get it right when we do. Nothing is glitched in this car. The software has worked first time every time. The 4 pillars, performance, charging function, connectivity, the screens, the fact that you can charge this car at home on a Type 2, 7.4 kilowatts in 4 hours to full. 4 hours at home and you'll be fully charged again with about 200 kilometers ready to go. It's very hard to argue against an awful lot in this car. So my very early initial thoughts, what are they? Well, these rear view cameras are absolutely amazing. If you get the more expensive, just under 33 grand version of the Honda E, you'll get the same level of camera treatment in the center rear view mirror. These are so clear. You see everything around you. Like you can see the bit of the van behind you that's sticking out in traffic that might be trying to undercut you. There's no doubt that makes driving a car safer. Pretty much full when I jumped into the car. Our range was hovering at about 190 kilometers, having been charged. The power of it is deadly. Everything you see inside this car, even on the cheapest option, is almost, as I mentioned, that center mirror won't be there, but the wider cameras, the big huge integrated dashboard with screens for front passenger, driver. They've designed the car to make you feel like you're in a sitting room. What they mean by that I don't know, but I can tell you what they mean from what I can see, and that's the seats are really comfortable. It's somewhere you'd probably want to sit for a while. I don't know if you'd want to slouch back and watch Netflix all day, as you would do in your living room, but it's a comfortable place to be nonetheless. This is sold as an urban car. It's a city car. It's an EV built for cities. Honda are making no apologies for the range in it, because they say the compromise of weight and cost and other things that you get as an option in a more expensive EV are there, but they just don't want to compromise the fact that this is a city car, and that's what its job is. Generally, Honda are well known for their standard spec, their level of safety that you don't pay extra for. Same on the Honda E. Panoramic glass roof, that's a standard. Little switches in the back that passengers in there can control lights if they want ambient lighting. 2 ISOFIX in the back. There doesn't appear to be a front passenger ISOFIX seat. They have lane keep assist on the car. Oh yes. That Honda grip, still there, baby. And when you chuck it like that, it moves. The second you touch the steering wheel, straight away there's feedback. So let's talk about charging and range officially. Just under 200 kilometers, definitely going to be good for that. Usable battery just under 30 kilowatt hours. The full capacity is 35.5. It's a claimed WLTP range of 222 kilometers. It'll add 80% of range in just 30 minutes using a fast rapid charger. Power, as you'd expect, it just takes off like any decent EV should. All these menus are really easy to use. Do you want to precondition the climate schedule? It's all touchscreen. There's your times for when you want to do it. Your navigation is really fast. There's no lag with any of this touchscreen. I like the way that driver's display is really large. There's loads of information there. I like the way it sweeps across the dashboard. The materials, probably a bit harder plastic wise than you'd expect in a Honda there straight away, but this stuff feels really good. Some people hate that kind of wooden finish. Let me know what you think of that. Your levels of regen controlled by these paddles here, so as soon as we pull off the accelerator, you feel the power. You click these regen paddles and you get less of a braking effect. But when you have it on its most severe setting, it is pretty much a one pedal. I wouldn't say full one pedal driving option, but it's pretty good. All your functions here, your voice control. Hello Honda. Okay, so that voice control says it's not usable when the vehicle is in motion. Okay, grand. Over here is your Honda sensing options. How far you want to be from the car in front. None of this feels cheap. This all feels well put together, well thought out. This is easy to use. It's not too far from the driver's reach. Connecting things like smartphones, not available when you're driving. Safety first, fair enough. Handling is absolutely excellent. The weight of the battery does not control how the car feels around bends whatsoever. I mean, look at this turning circle. It's like responsible donuts in an EV. Look how tight it is. It's incredible. It's so easy to maneuver. So they're the type of things that Honda are talking about when they're talking about the smaller range. It's like, yeah, but have you tried using this car around a city centre as an EV solution compared to bigger ones with bigger batteries, harder to park, harder to dart in and out of lanes of? That's one of the big selling points of an EV. It should be quick, it should be snappy, it should move in and out of lanes, it should be able to manoeuvre tight city centre streets. This car can probably park where other cars can't. There's a lot going for it when you sacrifice a bit of the range. Okay, so Honda are not the first at the playground with the EVs. They've waited, and it's like as if they've just waited to see where the land lies and where could we really get a niche area with an EV. I think it was worth waiting for. This is a proper EV super mini, built from the ground up. If you do not need a massive car, if you do not need massive amounts of range, it would be criminal not to look at one of these. Thank you very much for watching. There will be more EVs in the channel, more normal cars in the channel. So please hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I would love that. Thank you, Honda, for letting me get my hands on this car so early in the game.